This Marvel Rivals 2-pack looks awesome, but I've been wrong before, so let's check it out.
And here we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The Marvel Rivals Venom and Jeff the Landshark 2-pack looks pretty cool, but like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know much about Jeff. He is too big and too kind of accessorized himself to be an accessory himself. So I'm treating this like it's a full-on 2-pack, and we'll go over both of them. Let's just get started with the package, because I've got to say, I like this Rivals packaging. Look at that window. That is fantastic. You can see absolutely everything going on inside, and I like the back a little bit. It says some stuff about these two figures if you want to pause the video and read it, and it shows us everybody else that we will be getting a figure for at some point from Rivals. So I dig it. I like this package very, very well. I'm going to get it out of the way because it's enormous, and I've knocked Venom over already, so we'll just stand him right there, but we'll look more at him here in a minute. Let's start with Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
It's a four-legged Landshark thing. It's painted all right. It is heavy as crap. This thing could be a freaking weapon. Somebody broke in your house, if you threw this at them, they would leave. But he comes with two different heads. He comes with this little tongue wagging hanging out of his head, face right here, and it's not too bad. And he's got a little necklace. It's not really a necklace. It's like a freaking dog collar, I guess, that says Jeff down there.
My name is Jeff.
Whatever, but none of the legs move, the tail doesn't move, anything like that, but the head does move around. And if you want to pop that off, or here, I'll show you what it looks like. It's just on a gigantic ball peg in there, no big deal. Here's his other head really quick, and then we'll move on from it. It's just a grinning face. Is this something really, really popular? I'm not familiar with it, but I don't hate it, but I'm not like in love with it. I don't think it's super duper awesome. Now, and he comes with this little thing right here. It's like a fin in water, if you can see that down there. It's like he's swimming through the ground or whatever. Mine was nice and warped in the package.
How dare you?
If you can see right there, but the water part looks kind of cool or whatever, kind of translucent, clear plastic, not too terrible. Now, the man we all want to see, Venom himself. This thing is sculpted and looks really, really cool. It has some shortcomings, but this is a big, top-heavy guy, and he looks really, really cool. I like his color. It is kind of like a bluish gray slate, and I like it. He is definitely not black.
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
And I think it looks kind of cool. He's got a matte finish on him all over, and that's pretty cool. Speaking of finishes on like paint and stuff, the paint of the spider emblem is pretty clean throughout the entire figure. There is one little chalky spot right here, and that is literally it. Mine is done pretty darn well. Paint on the faces and stuff is done well, but we'll go over that more here in a minute. But overall, I like his sculpt. These little tendrils are neat. I wish they weren't like completely attached to him on the backs of his arms, but I can deal with it, I suppose. But they're nice and soft and flexible. You can move them out of the way. But he looks really, really solid. And like I said, he's a big guy, so I'm just going to grab the newest other Hulk that we got, just so you have kind of a grandiose reference as far as how big he is. That Hulk is a little bit bigger than him, but not by much. So it's a fairly comparable size. And as you can tell there in the background, he is way shorter than that Gamerverse Spider-Man 2 Venom we got. Here he is with the Bloki's Rivals Venom. Obviously, he is a lot bigger, but this one just looks different. It's got a different sheen, and I honestly think that looks a lot better. And to be honest with you, this one's a little bit better of a figure, but it's way, way too small for everybody, so I get it. And this wouldn't be a Venom review if we didn't stand him beside a Spider-Man. So there he is next to Maximum Spider-Man, and I guess that'll do as far as like comparisons go. But let's dig into him just a little bit more and go over what he comes with real quick. Let's talk about his accessories. Obviously, he's getting this normal kind of head right here on him in the package, and I'm saying normal nice and loosely because his teeth are all crazy, but I'll bring it in here. It looks all right. it's like elongated a little bit, and I don't know if I like that. It looks cool enough for me, I suppose. His other head sculpt is this one right here, the tongue out, and it looks really, really good. This thing is painted really well. The gums and the inside of the mouth and the teeth are done really well, and that tongue is nice and kind of satiny, glossy, excuse me, and it looks really, really good. I like it. He also comes, of course, he's got the 2 fist hands on him in the package, and they're sculpted and look pretty good. And he's got these 2 open claw grabby hands, and these are done very nicely as well. Paint on top of the hands is done really nicely on both those figures. So as far as accessories are concerned, very, very light. Let's take a side tangent for 1 second so I can gripe. This freaking thing is $70, people.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
$70. Marvel is starting to really kind of lose their gourd a little bit, because for $70 you do get a nicely sculpted Venom that is painted decent for what little paint is on there, but then you get a plastic dog shark named Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
With an extra head. Somebody help me here. I wanted this, and I'll be honest, I'll go ahead and say this is replacing that Gamerverse Venom for me. This is going to be my Venom from now on. But $70 plus some tax, pretty much, that's very, very expensive. Let's talk about his articulation, because there is a little bit to discuss there. As far as the head will move around and look around pretty decent, and that's because they did put it, on a double ball peg right here, but it's kind of a short peg, but it does move around pretty good in there, and it's got that weird little slot for that to do that. Why? The head doesn't lean back that far with the when the head is actually down on that peg, so I don't really know why they did that. So it can just pretty much just look straight out. It can't even look up, and but it does look down halfway decent if I can unlock it there, but you get that gap right there, so that kind of sucks. Not that we look at our figures from the back, but you know what I'm talking about. Shoulders will come up to 90. I'll call that 90, or just a little bit shy, but he's got big old gigantic shoulders, and it's kind of that bean-shaped shoulder that they went with. That's why the range of motion's a little jacked up as far as out to 90 degrees. Full 360, of course. No butterfly. Why? We're spending $70 on this thing. We should have gotten a butterfly. As far as biceps, so it doesn't really have one. He's got a floating bicep, just how they do the Hulk figures. Single jointed elbow. Doesn't look as bad as the Hulk figures. So they did it a little bit better on this, but it's still there. And you can get your swivel point right there at the elbow. Wrists obviously are on a hinge, so they move around and you get your 360. Now his torso. He's got a torso brake, and he will lean forward halfway decent for you on it, but he's not leaning back very far at all, and that kind of sucks. And that's definitely a double ball peg up in there, but you will get your twist and lean and all that stuff right there. He's got a waist swivel, which I hate, so there's that. We're just moving past it. I can't make Hasbro do normal things. Anyways, legs. He actually will split out halfway decent for a Venom, so that's not too bad. Front kick is still atrocious. That's not very good, but he's Venom, so I don't know. I guess he doesn't really need to. He is caked up from the floor up back here, and that is all hard plastic, so the leg's not going back. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee. I'll take that range of motion, and the proportions aren't too terrible. Shin swivel, of course, that doesn't look very good when you activate it or whatever. And then down here in the ankle, it is a hinge, and the foot will go all the way down pretty well. Doesn't come up that much. It's got a very steep ankle rocker right here, peg hole in the bottom of the foot, and no toe hinge. So articulation-wise, he'll do for a big, hulking, gigantic, muscular figure, but there's no reason they couldn't have done something to make him a little bit better, particularly in the shoulders. Hell, he's pretty much got an identical shoulder and arm articulation to like one of the Marvel Select Hulks, and I don't really know why they did that. As far as looks, I like the look of him. I know a lot of people maybe like a satiny kind of glossy look to a or like this Loki's kind of a shimmery look, which I do like the look of that. But I like the look of this. This doesn't bother me too bad. His sculpt is very nice. He is an attractive, like, he's an aesthetic figure. Even his feet, I should have showed you all his feet earlier. His feet look pretty good too. He just maybe could use some paint or some dry brush, something to kind of make him pop a little bit. But he looks really, really good. Final thoughts on him. Way too expensive. I have heard people say that they're buying this simply for that freaking shark. Why? What the hell? Anyways, I don't know. I'm not trying to like step on people's toes. There's nothing really inherently wrong with either figure, in my opinion. Just the price, $70 is crazy. Buy it if you want to. I'll probably keep this. But it's just too darn expensive. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment. This has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.